Hello and welcome back to RJ the Busman and Road Wisdom and the Art of Driving, because driving can be turned into an art form and should be. If we all took it seriously and perfected it, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? It'd stop all the carnage, which is the purpose of this whole video. What I've learned over the 30 years of driving a bus and limousines and tow trucks at accidents and so on, learn to make it an art form. And these are the 15 things. Today I'm going to go over the 15 things just briefly, so you get an idea of, if you haven't been on this channel, what this channel is all about. So the first good habit, there are 15 habits. If you incorporate these 15 habits into your driving, wow, and elevate them, perfect them, because driving is like any sport, right? And too many times it's a contact sport. We don't want that, right? You don't run in a mall as fast as you can from store to store. Then how come when we get in the car, we go as fast as we can from place to place? Anyway, that's what people do. So the first thing is observation. Observe other people. That means you're conscious. You're not operating out of habit, right? Most of the time we drive to where we're going on habit and don't even remember how we got there. It's all muscle memory, and you're thinking about other things. You're not thinking about driving, right? So if you're watching other people, you're conscious of what they're doing, how fast they're going, if they're staying between the lines or all over the lines, etc. If they're using their signal or not, you're aware of this. That elevates your consciousness. This is the first thing. Be conscious of how people around you are driving. Number two, simple, staying between the lines. And again, if you're observing people, you'll find out that very few people actually stay between the lines. They're touching the yellow, double yellow line or yellow lines if the road goes to the left. Even on the highways, there are multiple lanes, and then they cross over on turns. They don't stay within their lane. This is observe, right? Number three is squaring your turns. Everybody likes to cut their turns as much as possible, right? They'll drive off the macadam and into potholes that are on the dirt because that's where people go. They go off the road. There's no reason to go off the road. Square your turns. You're making a left, there's somebody there and you're going around that person. Square your turn. Go further, then square, right? Don't cut. You know, again, observe how people are cutting their turns. You square your turn. So 3 is squaring your turns. 4 is following 3 seconds behind somebody in front of you. If you're in traffic, 3 seconds. Even if you're on the road highways, 3 seconds. People are following right up a second or less. Observe again how close people are following, right? How close people are following you. You hit a bump, you look in the rearview mirror and it's a boop, count 1001, but oop, he's a second behind me. That's where most people follow, a second or less. And there are 5,000, 6,000 rear end crashes every day because people are driving that way. That's their habit. These are good habits. So, following distance, 3 seconds, minimum. 6, cruise control. Cruise control is your friend. You know, I was leaving Champlain, and I was coming back from Rouse's Point. My place, I'm leaving Champlain, there's a circle, 2 circles around the highway. There's 87 comes through there. So second circle, I'm going around, and here comes a state trooper right around that circle and behind me. It's a 45-mile-an-hour zone, goes up to 55. Great. I'm picking up my speed from the circle, right, which I use signals on, by the way, and up to 55, cruise control, and there I'm sitting at 55. Enjoying, air is blowing in the car, and this guy's right behind me. Fine, I don't care, right? I'm just going 5 miles into it, he passes me. Zoom, gotta go past. Fine. I'd rather have him in front of me than behind me. He didn't like going 55, or he had to do something or whatever. No lights on, so he wasn't an emergency, but around me and gone. Goodbye. Thank you very much. I got home safe and sound, 55 miles an hour, all the way, cruise control. Sit back and relax. Driving is really a walk in the park when done correctly, to an art form. It was great. 7, turn signals. Always use your turn signals, even if no one's around. Even if no one's around, use your turn signals. It's like stopping for a red light when no one's around, or stopping for a stop sign when no one's around. Up here, I see people do the rolling stop. They slow down and then pass through a stop sign with nobody around. That's not good. That's, again, you're pushing it, you know? If that becomes a habit, there could come a time when you just don't see, you look quickly, you don't see, somebody comes around, and you step on it and bang. Oh, I didn't see him. But if you stopped, you would have. Again, it's for safety. It's for your safety and the people that are riding with you, and for other people. This all is for safety, not for controlling anybody, you know, or just to jerk you around. This is all for safety. People, oh, I want to drive safely. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, signals. Checking your lights. When was the last time you checked your license plate lights? Right? Well, what does it take? It's dark, turn the lights on, walk around the car. There you go. Hit the flashers, walk around the car. Yeah, they all work. Directional signals work, all my lights are working. Good. License plate lights work. Yeah, do that once a week. Hey, it doesn't take any time. Looking ahead. Right? Part of the 5 keys. Look ahead. Aim high and steering. Look as far ahead and keep looking as far ahead as you can. So if something happens way out there, you know. And again, it's part of also knowing your road. There are places, like I said, by the circle, where 87 is, where there's a light, and then it goes around 45-mile-an-hour zone, and if that light's green, I could look ahead. The road turns, there's trees, but I could look through the trees and see the light there. And if it's green, which usually it is, lights are synchronized, right? But by the time you get there, it's going to be red. Even if you're doing 45, you get up to 40, you have to do 50, 55, maybe 60 to make that light. It's a 45-mile-an-hour zone, right? So I know it's going to be red, and I'm watching it, it's green, okay. So I do up to 40. I don't even do 45, to 40. Right? And as I get to it, slowly, then the light changes, and I keep going. I don't even have to stop. Don't have to hit the brakes. No wear and tear on the tires. I'm going to go anyway, and I go faster, slow. Sometimes slower is faster. I don't have to stop and then go. I just keep on going, right through, keep on going. Saves gasoline, saves wear and tear. Know your road. Get the big picture. It's part of the 5 keys. Well, how do you do that? Check your mirrors every 10, 15 seconds, 12 seconds. It's comfortable. Know what's around you. Know what's in front of you. Know your road. Good to do. Get the big picture. Keep your eyes moving. People focus on the bumper of the car in front of them, and they stop. They're thinking about other things, and their habit is just to ride behind somebody a second or less. That's their habit. Keep your eyes moving. Check your mirrors. Check this, check that, check what's going on. Knowing your road. Who's behind you? How close are they behind you? Who's in front of you? Nobody's in front of you? Great. Then you can see the long way down the road. Keep your eyes moving. What's on the left? You'll see things. Leave yourself an out. So never pull up right behind a truck. Even if it's at a stoplight, don't pull up right behind where you can't get around this person. Or a car. I can't, something happens, I can't get around. Or if you're moving, again, 3 seconds, leave yourself an out. That's that 3-second lead. So if something happens, you have an out. You can stop, or you get out someplace you're not going to wind up in that conflagration. Make sure they see you. 13. Make sure people see you. If they're walking on the shoulder, I see people up here swerve into cross double yellow lines, being safe, right? Going into oncoming traffic, or expecting them to get out of your way because there's somebody on the shoulder, on the other side of that white line. If they're not in your lane, don't move. Cover the brake. Keep going. Beep the horn. Wave. They wave back. They see you. They're not suicidal. They're not going to just suddenly jump in front of your car. No. And then while you pass, you cover the brake in case they do stumble or something. Boom, you're on it. Okay, that's safety. Not swerving across the double yellow lines. No, that's not safety. And parking. Parallel parking. Parallel park every chance you get. Seriously, it's an art form. The more you do it, the better you get. And there's a trick to it. Right? I'm backing up. There's 2 cars. pull up alongside the car on my right, and as soon as my back tire goes past that car, I start cutting the wheel. And then in my mirror, I see the car's bumper behind me and line it up and go straight toward that angle, their curbside bumper, corner. And then as soon as my front end gets near the car, I crank the wheel the other way. And you fit right in. It's perfect. Practice that. Intersections. Every intersection you come to, cover the brake. If you're on cruise control, if you're on rural road or highway or whatever. And if, again, well, on highway is a little different, but if you're on a rural road and you have an intersecting road, cover the brake. Someone's pulling out of a parking lot, stops, cover the brake as you go past. Green light and you're going through, cover the brake. That's a habit. Do that until it becomes a habit. So every intersection, cover the brake, right? It just, till that's a habit. You don't even think about it, you just do it. That's safety. All these 5 habits, 15 habits rather, 5 of the keys, right? The 15 habits, they're good habits when you internalize them and do them habitually. You're always aware, you're always checking out things, you always have a safety out, right? You're always using your signals, you're always using cruise control, you're doing the speed limit. You're good. You're very, very good, and elevate it to an art form. And that's it. We go through every lesson individually, but this is a smattering of the 15 good habits, right? Write them down. I'm going to come up with a thing you can send for and get the 15 habits and practice them. Practice, 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 practice until it's an art form. Just like people practice basketball or pickleball or any sport they're playing, piano playing. You do it until it's a habit. It flows, and it's so beautiful when it's flowing. And driving is a thinking person's game. Think, and that eliminates road rage. When you're thinking and doing things as you should, hey, people want to speed, they'll go around you. Good bless, get out of my way. Go around me. You won't tailgate them. They're no longer tailgating you. Namaste. Until we see each other again, have a great one and practice.